Hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your June 2024 tarot reading. Um, this is going to be for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you are intuitively guided more than ever, I would say, because I feel like a lot of you are really learning to pay attention to your intuition and to trust it. And I feel like that only means good things for you. You may be in love with a Pisces. I mean, come on, how could you not be? But if that's why you're here, understand that your spirit guides know that, and they're certainly going to give you messages also. Probably more for you, to be honest. Um, because I do read through my spirit guides who, I ask to connect to your guide. So that's why a lot of times, you'll get a lot of clarity in these type of readings. You know what I mean? Because we're going beyond the cards. So, anyways, shout out to my somewhat son-in-law, and I say that because Sam and I aren't married yet. Um, February 26th. And, that's the only Pisces I know. Well, I mean, I'm sure I know many more, but I do read for a lot of Pisces, like personal readings. So I know your energy very well. Um, so let's get into the reading, guys. We're going to use four different decks. We're going to use Mother Mary for her beautiful words of wisdom, but we're going to take it over the reading. I've been taking it before the reading, but I don't know. Lately, I feel like taking it over the reading. And I have to say, her words always fit perfectly for what we just unveiled. We are going to use the Gilded Tarot to clarify, or like I like to say, go deeper. That's why these readings are not short, because we want to go deep. I want to go deep. That's just probably the Virgo in me, though. Anyways, we are going to use two different tarot decks for June. We're going to use the Universal Tarot, and we are going to use the Psychic Tarot. So what we're going to do is, well, however it comes out, it comes out. But we're going to shoot for like a line of the Psychic Tarot, and then bring in the Universal Tarot, and then bring the Psychic Tarot back in. But of course, it depends on how the cards fall. Um, Yeah, so, and everything is already pre-shuffled, just so you know that. And I have to tell you, when I was shuffling the Psychic Tarot, which I'm going to go ahead and give it a shuffle or two, soulmates kept coming out. And I definitely felt like I was supposed to take notice of that. So I did. We'll see if it comes out. We'll see if they come out. And then the Universal Tarot, when I was shuffling that, the Ace of Cups came out twice. So, I always take notice of those things, so we'll see. I have a feeling love's going to be definitely part of your reading, but we'll see. Because I also feel like your creative house this is a great time for you to whatever it is you're working on, if you feel ready, bring it out to the world now. You know what I mean? Some of you just it may be the time where you're just starting to work on something. And I feel like if that's the case, this is your confirmation that you're on the right path. So I don't feel like it's just going to be about love, because I feel like you have, it's like you have luck in both areas. I feel like July is really going to be a love month for you. So maybe we're connecting in June, but we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to bring the lid down. Okay, wow. Hello. All right. We have the star. Says hope in this deck. This is your neighbor, Major Arcana for Aquarius. But this is about your dreams, your wishes, but about bringing them into your reality. It's a great energy to open with. We have obstacles and challenges. Listen, sometimes good things do have obstacles before them. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why we appreciate certain things because we've gotten through these obstacles because we just what's the word I'm looking for? Like I can't think of the word, but anyways, it's also a number five. So it does speak about change, right? Maybe there's a dream that you have, a wish that you have that you'd really like to bring into your reality. And maybe it's just saying, don't give up. Like, don't give up. It's like you're almost over the hurdle. Let's see what's on the other side of that. Partnerships and alliances. The death card. Transformation. I feel like that's good news. This is the card. This is Scorpio's major arcana. It's about closing old doors so that a new door can open, which, is life. And I feel like the more that we learn that, the more that we learn, like, okay, if something's no longer serving me, if something is, coming between me and my success or just, feeling good in your life, then that's the door that needs to close. But remember, when the door closes, there's always a new door that opens up. Just so happens to be mirrored by the star card. Hope. So I have a feeling there's some type of energy you either left or you're no longer giving it the power that it had. And then I'm looking next to that partnerships and alliances. It's almost like I never think that someone else is going to save us. But for some reason, that's what I'm picturing right now. Like someone's like, maybe I fell off a cliff and someone grabs my hand at just the right time. Now, I don't mean literally you fall off a cliff. It reminds me of the fool as soon as I said that. The fool taking a leap of faith, and often you will see the fool standing at the cliff's edge. But I feel like if the fool falls, the angels will catch the fool. But anyways, it definitely looks like someone is like reaching their hand out at just the right time. All right. Accelerated motion. Can I make my dreams come true? Yes, I can. And I can make them come true quickly. It does feel a little bit like instant gratification, but I feel like at the same time, it's because of you closing a door. And again, whatever door that may mean for you, I feel like it definitely is something that, was challenging. But I feel like you've overcome it, especially when you see the five and the three together, which is an eight, right? It is about a new beginning. Well, that's what the death card is asking for. Like, allow transformation to happen in your life. Like, close the doors that, I don't have to keep going through these obstacles and challenges if I've learned from them. And again, I feel like someone at just the right time, and listen, it could be one of your angels, like reaches out and I hate to say saves you, because I feel like you're saving yourself, but I just feel like there's like, I almost feel like the Knight of Pentacles has to come out because I feel like this energy happens at just the right time. So now we actually have an eight, and it is about a new beginning. It's also the number of affinity, as above, so below, no beginning, no end. Connected to the star card, where it says hope here. Again, it is about your wishes. But this could also talk about like your soul seeds of intention. I feel like we plant seeds. Well, I know we plant seeds. We plant them in our current energy. And that's what's gonna that's how you can predict your future. What seeds am I planting right now, today? Am I planting them in the light? I think you are. And it does feel like, okay, well, I know this door has to shut, but I feel like there's no reason why I want to leave it open anyway. And then it does feel like instant gratification. It's like whoever is in this energy of partnerships and alliances, again, it feels like it's like they reach out at just the right time. Mental conflict over or below obstacles and challenges. Okay. Not loving that. But this may be what you had to overcome. This is the Eight of Swords. Here it's called Trapped in Fear. Eight of Swords is a self created prison. You know, whether I meant to create it or not. Many times we do, where it's like, I feel like we create this type of energy um, when our spirituality doesn't feel strong, when we're not trusting in our own intuition, because our intuition is like an energetic field. And if there's anything that you need to be worried about, the alarms will be set off. The red flags will be everywhere. All of a sudden I'm thinking like football, and how the coach throws the red flag. It is energy about freeing yourself, but when you do free yourself from the Eight of Swords, freedom is the word. Like, and I feel like it's more in your thought system than anything. So maybe, something you dealt with, um, maybe it was difficult. And even though you do have these dreams, there's still a little fear about them. Hmm. Like, which direction do I go? Well, that's why you need to uncreate that energy. I feel like, our spirit guides will still, because remember, like you have a whole spiritual team that was assigned to you before you even came to this earth. We forget that. We forget we're spiritual beings. So the Eight of Swords is really a human emotion. It's a human, what do I want to say? Like, I don't feel like I'm trusting in my own intuition here. Um, and I'm sure there's a reason. Well, let's take one more card for look at that. There's the Fool. There's the Fool. New beginning. Under the Death card. I mean, what a perfect place for it to fall, right? It's like if you do not believe when I just said, when one door closes, another door opens, well, here you are. Here's the Fool. And let's talk about this for a second because I feel like you must have cleared this energy. Because there's no way the Fool would move forward with this energy. In the Eight of Swords, I feel like I'm kind of like in stagnant type energy. But in a way, am I causing it? Now, I'm not trying to put blame on you. I just want you to see, what you can see, understand what you can understand. Um, 8, 9, 10, which is a one. So, one to me, the magician's energy, believing in yourself. And I feel like, this five up here, listen, maybe these challenges within this five lasted for a while. And I do feel like it must have had some type of effect on your, let's say, your thought system, maybe your belief in yourself. It's almost like someone else, telling you you can't, you won't, but you just need to tell yourself, oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I will. You could say, watch me, but I almost feel like whatever it is I'm closing the door to, I'm closing that door, so watch me from afar. I love the full mirroring accelerated motion also. Definitely feels like guided, like you're being guided here. All right, I'm going to slide these up a little bit. And let's bring in the tarot of dream. I'm sorry, the universal tarot. Give it a shuffle or two. Again, everything's always pre-shuffled, but I like to shuffle it for you. Let's give it a cut and introduce it into the reading. Reason why I use two different decks, it's just something I started doing. I mean, I've done it before, but in April, I did it for the monthlies, and I just loved it, so I continued it. And I'm looking for synchronicities. Oh, hello, marriage card. Wow, this is a commitment. This is love. This is my favorite love card. Um, Potentially, I'm saying potentially, but I feel like I just feel like this is meant to be. Following the fool, by the way, following the fool. So, it makes me think about the death card even more now, right? This transformation. And then the fool's allowing it. And then what does it move to? Well, listen, just like I was saying earlier, I hate when my screen goes dark. Um, I'll take the card away. Just what I was saying earlier, where, I saw the soulmates come out. I saw the Ace of Cups come out. Um, but I have to say, in the Four of Wands, I feel like that's all of that. That is soulmate energy. That is the Ace of Cups. Hopefully that's a commitment for a lifetime. And does it have to be love? Well, it is the marriage card. Um, I call it the commitment card. But, it certainly can mean also making a commitment to yourself. And that may simply mean, I'm not going to allow the past to predict my future. I want to know where I've been, what I've overcome, how I've overcome. I want to give myself credit for the hard energy that I did get through, but I don't want to shut myself down, right? Because that's what we're doing in the Eight of Swords. It's like, and listen, if I needed a timeout, there's not a problem with that. Maybe I did need a moment just to figure things out. But I feel like you do. You must have. Because there is the fold. Here's a new beginning. And like in the beginning of the reading, when I said I felt like July was really going to be a love month for you, well, this may be the beginning. All right, let's keep going. And how do I love that it's coming under the star card? It's about your dreams, but coming into your reality. And, it's a remembrance that we need to work hand in hand with divine. If I'm in the Eight of Swords energy and just look at this person, like their head is down, they feel like that, like, like they put themselves there, right? But maybe that's illusionary energy. Maybe I feel trapped. Maybe I felt trapped. But again, I feel like someone's going to reach out at just the right time and it's almost like saving you. And those who follow me know that I don't say that very often where I feel like someone else is helping to save us. But when I say save us, you're really saving yourself. It's just now I'm opening up to divine energy, right? I'm trusting in divine to lead me. And boy, they ever. I feel like the minute I'm like, okay, I'm closing that door, whether it's energetic Like it just it could mean that I'm no longer willing to accept lower vibrational energy. Those days are done. Closing that door. Wow. To me, that's a signal for the next dream to come in. And for some of you, it can be like you're looking for like a committed relationship or like someone that you can spend the rest of your life with. I feel like in no way in the Four of Wands am I looking for like part-time lover. I want a full-time lover. All right, let's keep going. Um, you have two eights, so potentially new beginnings in two different areas of your life. Oh, look at that. The two swords under the two of swords. Interesting. It's almost like someone's mirroring your energy. I feel like, I could have shut the door. Doesn't mean I'm 100% comfortable, falling back in love. Because I feel like in the Four of Wands, these are people who are in love. And listen, maybe it hasn't come into your reality yet, though with the Fool here, it's like very soon on the Fool's path. And, in a tarot reading, I feel like you are the Fool. And that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like Fool. Some of you are like, don't call me a fool, Sandy. No, the Fool is someone who does trust in divine energy. This is someone who's not, well, I'm not going to say is 100% not fearful of taking a leap of faith, but I take that leap anyway. And I do feel like that leap pays off. The Fool does know that, it does me no good to bring old energy into my present day or future energy. Now, I'm not saying this can't possibly be someone you already know, but I don't feel like it's up here. So I'm seeing those eights, but I'm also seeing threes. And I do feel like threes are also about current energy. There's a magician. There he is. It's like if I question if I'm on the right path or not, magician would answer that. The magician is the fool's first mentor along this journey, in every new journey, because it's not a one-time thing. We go through cycles. And like many times we're back at the fool's energy, but to me that represents new things coming in, even if it's of old things, but still new. So anyways, I feel like the magician is talking to the person in the two swords, saying, you don't need to be fearful. You possess everything you need to be really successful. But you know, fear probably won't help the situation. But listen, if this is talking about love and I've had it rough for a little while, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a moment, taking a little time out. But I also want you to think about the Empress, right? Because, like, I feel like the Empress is the energy that we really should shoot for. And the Empress is someone who keeps her heart open, him or her, right? Stays loving and nurturing, but has gained so much power through her experiences. Not sure why I'm talking about the Empress right now. By the way, if you see above the magician's head, there's the number 8. Again, the number of infinity. It's almost like saying, you've been here before. You've done this before. You can overcome. You certainly can overcome. You can close doors. And when you do, like, get excited about the next door. Some of this energy, it's you creating it, right? If we look back with accelerated motion, and she's looking right at a star, by the way, with the star right above it. And then what does that star produce? The Four of Wands. So if in my heart, what I want is, let's just say, true love and true commitment, I feel like it's on its way, but maybe I just need to do my part. And again, you know, it's looking at the obstacles you've been through and giving yourself some credit, right? Give yourself credit for overcoming, especially the difficult, like, the most difficult energy. 1, 2, 4. It's like we're just missing the three. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is about standing your ground. It can also be the energy of, like, having to put out, like, defending oneself. Maybe I've gotten attack after attack after attack. But I also feel like, there has to come a day when we're like, is it worth this? Is it worth me having to constantly defend myself, defend my actions? I want someone who is on the same page. And I feel like someone was not on the same page as you. You might have bought what someone was selling for a little while, but I don't feel like you're buying it any longer. Hmm. I'm saying because the energy I'm picking up from this Seven of Wands is like the defender of man. And it's interesting that that is what's coming to me because my granddaughter and I one day just sat there and looked up all of our names to, see what the meaning was. And my name was the defender of man. And it made so much sense because that's what I do. And for some of you, that may be why I'm bringing that up because maybe that's what you do. And maybe that's why I had to go through some of this difficult energy. But again, don't let, like, I feel like there's a need to recognize what you have overcome. Give yourself the credit. Maybe the credit no one else would, but your spiritual team is giving you the credit. And in the long run, that's all that really matters. And then just allowing yourself, what? Maybe believe in dreams again. Believe that nothing is impossible. All right. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And with that, we have the Three of Wands. Beautiful. So I'm just going to slide these over a little bit. Three of Wands mirroring the Four of Wands. That's kind of what I felt. I felt like July was going to be like I feel like you're going to be probably in a full-fledged love, in love, if you allow, if you allow. But in a way, I feel like because here's the three of wands, right? And then partnerships and alliances where, these two threes, I feel like again, someone's like helping to pull you out. It's almost like pulling you out of the dark night of the soul. And once you come out, boom, like shut the hatch, close the hatch. So this is an optimistic view, but this is really about enjoying the present moment. Yes, plant those seeds. And I feel like what seed? Well, it's mirroring the Four of Wands. So if I really am looking for like the ultimate relationship in love, well, this is showing me that chances are I can have it. And I say chances are because, you know, there's two people, right? And each has their own free will. But I do feel a little bit of mirroring energy also. Maybe you're helping to save each other. Could be about two people who've given up on love and then somehow, some way they meet. And it's like, oh my God, my heart chakra. It's activated again. Three of Wands talks about the seed you're planting right now. And then just giving it away to the universe, knowing that your seeds were received, your prayers were received. And I feel like in the right time, they're going to be answered. And it's interesting with this Queen of Pentacles here. It could just simply signify to some of you, because to the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like, she can overthink. So with Trapped in Fear right above that, it can be the energy of overthinking. Um, but she's also someone who really can dissect what's going on in life. Like this is someone who can really pick up on those details that really other people miss. Some of you, it may be an avenue that you're moving into. Some of you, oops, look at that. I switched the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. Interesting. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the decks. We have Sacrifice, card of Leo. So yes, maybe something did need sacrificed. Maybe something felt like a sacrifice. But I have a feeling in the long run, it pays off. See what's underneath it. Look at that. Another card of Leo. The light. This is the sun. This is illumination. It's almost like what I needed to sacrifice has been illuminated. And I either do it or I don't. Now, when I say that, I don't feel like I don't feel like you're sacrificing yourself. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like where the sacrifice lies is in the obstacles and challenges. Maybe standing my ground, and maybe it's just like I don't want to have to stand my ground against certain people anymore. Okay. We have Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Five of Pentacles, not a great energy. It is the energy of feeling thrown out into the cold. It does kind of feel like a tower. It is on the bottom, so I feel like it already happened. I feel like also, well, let's see what's underneath it. Oops, two cards. Queen of Swords, the Five of Wands underneath that. So a lot of drama, a lot of ego. Um, maybe in this obstacles and challenges could have been very like tough communication. Doesn't feel like it was open communication. If someone is telling me again like how I should be, how I'm supposed to be. Well, this is what life is about, learning about oneself and trusting in yourself. Because who's ever working against you, I don't feel like I don't feel like they're gonna have that power very long, or you've already eliminated that. Some of you, there could have been a change that you didn't even ask for. But listen, I feel like where is it leading you though? That's what you want to look at. Yes, I didn't ask for this. And yes, it's difficult, but it's temporarily difficult. Because as I start to move out of that energy, because I feel in the Five of Pentacles, I don't have the luxury of just like doing nothing. I have to keep going. I have to keep moving, whether that means, I have my family, I have children, I have a job, whatever it is, I have to keep moving through that energy. But again, boom, I just feel like it's just going to be someone at the right time. And, all of a sudden I'm picking up where this could be about two people who are really helping each other to like finally close a door. And I'm saying finally because I have a feeling it probably lasted for a while. Now, when I say a door, yes, it can mean physically I'm closing the door to someone, but I feel it's energetic also. Like energetically, I'm no longer giving someone the power they once had. I'm no longer going to sit here and just defend myself, right? It's like you're either going to get it or you're not going to get it. And I mean that to the other person. All right, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot and let's go deeper. Let's figure this out. Um, I do feel like potentially there's two people mirroring each other. And you know what else I just noticed? Where I said we had the one, two, and four. The only thing was missing was the three. Well, here it is. Here's the three. And it's a good three. This is optimistic. It really is about planting the seeds and then handing it over to the universe, right? It's like saying a prayer and then trusting that divine will answer my prayer. And listen, it doesn't mean that my prayer is answered exactly the way I prayed it, but it'll only be answered better. All right. Oh, look at that. There's that Ace of Cups. Different deck, but there it is. We'll see if it makes its way out. All right, so we're going to start at the beginning, guys, but we're going to read it as a whole. We have the Strength card. This is about what you've overcome. The Strength card really is about gaining power within yourself, courage. The courage that you have gained. It's like you've done a courageous act. But I really feel like it's about it almost feels like you're saving yourself. But I do feel like, in the Strength card, we did have to look deep. We had to know ourselves. And normally you'll see this person as half person, half lion, the king of the jungle. And you've calmed that king of the jungle, that lion. So really, you only become more courageous. Right over the star. We do have Leo and Aquarius right there. Some of you, it could certainly be something you're doing that you just know. It's not really benefiting you. Like it won't really help you. And, again, it could be something simple. Um, but it could be more than one thing at the same time. It's just having that realization. Right. If I want my dreams to come true the way that I see them, if I'm looking for, let's say, a true commitment, then I have to know myself, right? Because what we want to remember also is, we want to be in the vibration of what we want to come back to us. And that kind of feels like what the first line is talking about, like getting you to that certain vibration, a higher vibration. So what you manifests back is also of a high vibration. Well, hello, star. I'm telling you, I feel like two people are mirroring each other over obstacles and challenges. Someone could have a double Aquarius, like in their chart. And you know what it makes me feel like also? Like, even while I was going through a difficult time, I still kept hope alive. Maybe it wasn't as strong as once I've overcome, but I still feel like, and it reminds me of like, I'm just going to say a situation I was in a long time ago where I felt stuck. And then I realized that I wasn't stuck and I freed myself. Hmm. It's almost like two people praying the same prayer. We have the King of Swords, can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Coming over partnerships and alliances, though, could certainly be communication. King of Swords is someone, just like the Queen of Swords. I feel like listen, I feel like I demand the truth. I demand that people around me and myself live within the truth. Like, don't tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Anyway, two swords over the death card. Third time we're seeing the two of swords. Should I? Do I? Two swords, I'm wearing a blindfold. So it just could simply be something I may be worried about facing. And I feel like because it's coming out of the death card, anytime there's change, it can be scary, no doubt. And I feel like that's what's going on here. I feel like there's just a little fear, right? Like, do I close this door? But I feel like yes. Yes, because I feel like if I don't, it just feels like there'll be more obstacles, more challenges. And listen, I can keep going through them if I want. But I feel like many of you have come to a place where you're seeing it pretty clearly now. I almost get this feeling like someone, I don't want to say it was like holding against your will, but it may be energetically, I thought that. Hmm. All right, let's keep going. Well, Nine of Swords. For as much beauty as we have here, and we do have a lot of beauty on the board, we have a lot of mental mental type energy. The Nine of Swords, I'm overthinking someone. That's probably exactly why I felt that in the Queen of Pentacles. I'm overthinking. Worry is getting the best of me. And if it's because of other people, then you really need to believe in yourself, because I feel like there is someone out there who's going to see you for exactly who you are, who's going to appreciate you for exactly who you are. Like, no need to wear blindfolds or mask. But listen, I feel like you need to get to that place also. All right, well, Ace of Swords, ring, ring. And look at this, the Knight of Wands. So even though there's so much worry on the board, it's not stopping energy from coming in. I think that's good news. I'm just worried about how it's going to be met. Now, Knight of Wands to me, first of all, it's fast moving energy. And we open this line with fast moving energy, accelerated motion, right? And then the Ace of Swords coming over the Two of Swords. So even though I have the Two of Swords, but listen, maybe my worry is becoming less and less and less. Someone may be worried about reaching out and connecting to you, but yet it is right above the star, the Ace of Swords, or right below the star, I'm sorry. So I feel like if this is communication from someone, I feel like you're moving into it, because Knight of Wands, I often feel like Knight of Wands is energy that can like literally sweep us off our feet. Um, Chances are I didn't even know, but then it happens. Interesting, it's coming over the Eight of Swords, which again says trapped in fear. Will they get through? Will they get through? The Nine of Swords really tells you that this worry, and it can be a lot of worry, it's unnecessary. And maybe again, it's because, you know, maybe I'm trying to control something, or I don't know. I just feel like I need to just say it's unnecessary worry. Feels like this king is sending this knight. And let's not forget, when a knight is sent, a knight will complete its mission. Whether you accept it or not is up to you. But it's like, as a knight, it's like, but I have to complete my mission. Come hell or high water, I have to complete my mission. I was sent by the king. That's a lot of passionate energy. Um, so I feel like even if I'm in the Eight of Swords energy, I'm gonna feel that. Like, I'm gonna feel it. Hello, lovers. So we saw the Two of Cups. Or no, we didn't. I saw the Two of Cups. But instead, the Lovers comes out. Interesting. Over the Fool. First of all, it is card of Gemini. It is a head over heart decision. I don't feel like the Fool was in a decision mode, though. I feel like the Fool's just moving with the energy. Well, hello, lovers. And by the way, the Lovers mirroring accelerated motion, but also that Nine of Swords. Hey, listen, maybe I just thought this type of energy would never reach me. Like, why does everybody else have this type of energy? Well, no, because we don't want to be woe is me. You know what I mean? Like, when it's time, it's time. The Fool, I feel like you're completely accepting that energy. Listen, I definitely feel like there's got to be like outrageous chemistry with the Knight of Swords heading right towards the Lovers. It feels like, ooh. I'm not sure how you could deny, but it is your choice. Just let me get myself readjusted here. All right. You know, I also want to show you the image of this card because I just love it. I feel like this card shows us a lot as it relates to, let's just say, spiritual love, because I do feel that. I feel this has been spiritually guided. So to me, it makes me feel like your soul's already planted this energy, and this might just be in the right time, right? Divine timing. So, anyways, what I want to show you is we can literally see the divine feminine, right? Like she's in person. And here's a divine masculine. It's like he may not be there, but she can feel his energy even before he shows. I'm saying he or she, but I'm just going by the card. But I love this energy because I feel like this is really how love works. Like a lot of times we feel it. Sometimes we don't want to fall in love. We can't help it. This kind of feels like that energy. All right, let's keep going. I mean, I'm just looking at this and it's just, even though I do see the difficulties, even though I do see the mental conflict, and I know it's from the past, I know it. I feel that so strongly. I also feel like for some of you, this has been like a life lesson, right? Like these obstacles and challenges, it's not energy you cannot get through. Quite the opposite. Because I feel like when you get through it, if nobody else gives you a pat on the back, give yourself a pat on the back. But listen, your spiritual team is, they celebrate every milestone with you. They know that you can overcome. Even your soul knows that. It's our humanness that needs to catch up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's communications coming in some way, somehow. And through that communication, it's passionate. And then it moves into the lovers, which is chemistry. It is chemistry. It's almost like there's two different ways I can look at this. I can either look at through the Two of Swords energy, where I'm still wearing that blindfold, potentially blocking an opportunity, afraid to maybe to close that door. Why would I be afraid to close a door that is, drama written anyway? Well, because sometimes I don't know what lies ahead. That's when you really need to trust in divine, right? Say your prayers, talk to your guides, send me signs, help me figure this out. And they will. Or I can look at it I can look at it through the Three of Wands energy. Like, oh, I'm just going to enjoy this each and every moment, right? This is not projecting myself out into the future, even though we do see the Four of Wands. So that is the ultimate commitment. But maybe, again, we're starting here. So I feel like I decide how I'm going to look at this energy. But I feel like the passion just, and when I say passion, I really mean the chemistry. And the reason why I keep saying that is because again, I feel like it's almost like two people helping to save each other. Now, I don't need someone to save me, and it may just feel like they're saving me, but the truth is, you really are saving yourself. Because I feel like this energy wouldn't even begin to enter if it wasn't something that would not produce, let's just say, a harvest, would not produce what it is that I'm looking for. And listen, I shouldn't have even said that because maybe I'm not looking, but that doesn't matter. It's still going to find you. All right, let's keep going. Dang it. Eight of Swords again. Dang it. I mean, you want to talk about mirroring energy. Now, that Eight of Swords has the Nine of Swords above it. Again, a lot of worry, but the meaning of the card is unnecessary. It's showing us where the block is at, and it is love, right? And I feel like why? Well, chances are either the last person you were with, or maybe just through your life, where you thought this was it, right? This is the one that I'm going to make a commitment to, and then they start to show their true colors. But they are not them. They are not them. They, I feel like, just were teaching you. It could have been soulmate energy. Because even soulmate, like a lot of times we think soulmate energy is only so that we can fall in love. No, we have many soulmates, and some soulmates are here to teach us difficult lessons. So I feel like I don't need to look back and regret. I only need to see how I have grown, right? It feels like the lesson was regaining your power, regaining your belief in yourself, regaining that magic in life. But I do get it. I get it. I feel like a card flipped over and it did. Where'd it go? There we go. Nine of Pentacles. Independent energy. That's seeing the fruits of your labor. Some of you, it's like that's where you put your energy at. You may again been like, let's just say you were living with someone and maybe they were just hell. But I feel like you didn't just do nothing about it. I feel like you created. I also feel like this is helping you to understand that you can have this stability in your life. I do feel like it's also representing two people who are now single. And I say that because to me, nine is a singular energy. It's like this little birdie is whispering to her. I wouldn't be surprised also because I feel like two people are mirroring each other. And when I say mirroring each other, I mean that they're going through separately similar experiences, like similar lessons. And it feels like both like needed to find their way out of something, but then find that independent nature within themselves at the same time. If I free myself, will I be okay? And your spiritual team is like, my dear, we're here to help guide you. We're here to help guide you. That's why you don't want to wear blindfolds. That's why you want to trust in your own energetic force. With your spiritual team as your backup. Some of you could have someone reaching out from someone that you used to work with. Maybe something happened there. Um, well, let's just put that on the table because I do feel like that's for someone, like someone that I used to work with that I probably haven't seen in a while for whatever the reason. All right, got a lot of cards we're going to take. Well, not a lot. You're going to take what's face up first. All right, we have the Hermit. The Hermit coming over the Magician. Wow. The Hermit to me many times represents going through that dark night of the soul. But through that dark night of the soul, I really am finding the light. And I'm figuring out that I am the light. It definitely feels like a spiritual journey. No wonder I felt like this was a spiritual connection. We do have two Virgo cards back to back. So some of you may be connected to a Virgo. But I also feel like this is about your wisdom and the wisdom you've gained. The hermit is not going into the cave, he's emerging from the cave. That means I have found that clarity. And also, if you look at the hermit's lantern, it's illuminating the snake, the serpent. So I don't have to fear that because the illumination will come to me before the snake can even bite me, so to speak. And then look at this, another nine. This is a great nine. The Nine of Cups has a couple different meanings. First of all, singular. This is about finding inner harmony, which I feel like was so important. This is also about a fulfillment of a wish, though. 9999. 9999. Two Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is mirroring that Eight of Swords. It literally is, I don't want to say 100%, but I feel like more than anything, what it's illuminating to you is, those long battles that I fought. And I can't claim victory in them all. However, in a way, you can. Because I feel like this is saying, the effects that someone else had on your life as now on your current thinking. But I don't feel like they deserve that power. But I feel like you have to have that realization. Two of Pentacles to me is a great card because they do call it the Juggler's card. But I feel like what it means is putting the ball in your court. So here comes this communication. There's no way I didn't want it to happen. Maybe, it's like my soul wanted it to happen. My humanness seems to be a little worried about it. But I do feel like you can overcome that. And I feel like the way it's coming in and the energy that's going to be felt, it's almost undeniable. But does that guarantee me anything? No, because your free will. Again, I feel like you say yay or nay. I don't know that you could say nay because it just feels so strong. And I also feel like here's this king coming over that partnerships and alliances where I felt like someone is just like pulling me out at just the right time. And it can be both ways. And it's filled with passion, desirable. It is fast moving, and that can throw a little confusion in the mix. You know, maybe we can't help it. And maybe I do want to slow it down because I am still a little afraid of it. I don't know that that can slow it down though. I mean, yes, I could say, we need to slow down. This is moving too quickly. It's making me feel uncomfortable. And you have every right to say that. And I feel like even if you say that, I feel like who's ever coming in, they're going to be okay with that. I don't feel like anyone is like pushing you to be with them. But at the same time, I don't feel like someone is like going away because I'm still a little fearful of this. Now, I do love that we've gone from the Two of Swords to the Two of Pentacles, because to me that means maybe I am leaving my fear-based mind out of this. And I'm just deciding, am I ready for this? Remember, you don't have to be like in perfectly cleared energy, right? It's moving towards that energy. Again, the Fool is just saying, are you willing to take a leap of faith? And again, if you close the door, will new door open? It literally is showing a new door opening, a new beginning with the Lovers over it. All right, I'm not ready to end yet because there's a couple things I want to look at. Actually, what I want to do is I want to go right across the board. And let's just say that we're able to like bring this fear level down a notch. Tell me more about that. Or whatever wants to come out. Maybe your spiritual team has other messages. All right. Well, the Hierophant. So, this makes me feel like I don't feel like I've been living up to my true potential. I feel like you may have been dealing with someone who did take you through the dark night of the soul. But I don't feel like that's, again, where you stay, right? This is about your faith, your belief system. We have two star cards here. Your hopes, your dreams, right? We have the Nine of Cups, a fulfillment of a wish. The Lovers. You're not alone in that energy. The Four of Wands. You're not alone in that energy. So it may simply say that, the vibrational energy you've been around doesn't really match yours. And naturally, it wants to like fade away. Problem is, a lot of times we don't allow it to. And why would that be? Well, change. Change is scary, but it doesn't have to be. Also, card of Taurus, by the way. Look at this. The Ten of Pentacles. We had the Nine of Pentacles, and now we have the Ten of Pentacles. Kind of beautiful. This is the House of Abundance. This is energy that takes root. I do feel like it's for the rest of your life and beyond. Again, I feel like we're going beyond the cards. Oh my God. Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. This is the House of Love, harmony. laughter, and joy. I feel like I have to say this. It doesn't guarantee us that, our house will always be that of harmony, but it definitely is talking about, like, if let's just say, and I hate to even go here because I don't know why I'm going here, but let's just say, like, there are an argument, like an argument comes up. This is not energy where people start thinking, okay, well, I got to get out of here. No, we work it out together. We're in it together. Ah, temperance, divine timing. It's all been about divine timing. Temperance's first message is patience. But I feel like sometimes it's the universe having patience with us, right? Like there's nothing I can do until they literally decide to close that door, to end that chapter, right? Extract the wisdom from it, how you have grown. Give yourself that credit, right? I know you have grown. I feel like you're so much more courageous than you used to be. But man, this is divinely guided. There's really nothing you need to fear here but fear itself. I mean, following the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, you have divine energy on both sides of these tens. How can I get across to you that the closing of the door of the past, of the energy, whoever it may be, whatever it may be, where it just seemed to present one challenge after another. To the point, I feel like you were sick and tired of fighting. You're sick and tired of figuring it out. I definitely feel like someone was just in lower vibrational energy. And it feels like it naturally, when it wanted to fade out. Even though we have all these eights of swords, the nine of swords, I still feel like through those swords, through that period of time, I don't feel like it was wasted time because I feel like you learned a lot through it. It's like if you miss the end of this reading, you never know how far this can go. Divine timing for these lovers. I mean, just look at this line, the Hierophant, your belief system, believing that that your dreams can come true, keeping that hope alive. And what does that literally bring in? The Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, all through Divine's energy. We have the Nine of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. Do you see how it just feels like this energy, whoever these connections are, just feels so meant to be? All right. What else do I want to look at? I guess let's just come over here around these swords. But also the Four of Wands is there. And to me, the Four of Wands, it is about two people who want to make that ultimate commitment with the other. Literally, I feel like once we meet, once we, you know, accept this energy, I feel like we never want to be without the other. We have the King of Cups Um, Probably you. And look at this, we have the Six of Wands. So this is victorious energy. It's interesting, it's so close to that Nine of Pentacles because I did feel like for some of you, that's what you did. Like, okay, my love life was not going well. It does not feel like it was going well. Um, so changes had to be made, right? Sacrifices had to be had, but all that seems to pay off. You know, this difficult energy, I do feel like it was meant to be because I feel like it taught you something if you allow it, right? First, I feel first and foremost, it's how not to allow someone else's energy to have that strong of effect in my life where I stop believing in me, right? It's almost like I'm living their life, not my own. It's their way, not my way. Wow. This energy coming forward, it's both ways. It's two people. You know, it's not me saying you have to be this way or that way, or the other person saying it. No, it's I accept you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. And those broken little pieces, I also have them. And maybe we can help heal the rest of, when I say help heal, yes, I do feel like that's part of it. But here's really what I feel. I feel like as this moves towards you, again, it does feel unexpected, but it feels like hard to deny. And I feel like once I move into that energy, once I take on the fool's energy and say, whatever's going to happen, right? I'm willing to take that leap of faith. I feel like this energy back here, you don't even think about it. Like, I feel like that will fade. You know, that power that maybe someone had over you. Not any longer. You know, and maybe it's really you clearing that mind. All right. But, anyways, so what I was going to say is where I feel like some of you, you're taking these past experiences, and I get this all the time in my readings, and you're using them. You know, you're using your spiritual experiences, your human experiences to potentially help others. I just kind of love that we get the Nine of Pentacles and then it goes into the Ten of Pentacles. I love that right below the Ten of Cups is the Nine of Cups, all in divine energy. I love that you have the Lovers over the Fool. And then immediately the Four of Wands. So to me, it feels very quickly, you're just going to feel the difference. I can see why there could be a little fear because maybe the chemistry is so strong and maybe I didn't feel I was ready for love yet. But yet I can't deny what I feel. But this is not just you. That's the thing. This is not about me having a crush on someone and just hoping they feel the same way. You know, I'm not even going to leave that off the table because maybe it is someone who does come forward. All right. Um, I don't know. I don't know how it gets any better than that. You know, it's interesting. Whose reading did I say where I literally felt like, you had gone through hell and now you're moving into heaven on earth. And I appreciate it so much more because I have been to hell, because I've been in that dark night of the soul. And this energy feels so light, so beautiful, so loving. Or maybe that's not what I'm used to. Maybe this is just the right time. I just feel like I need to take one more round. I don't even know why. Like, because I just don't know how I can get better. But just, I don't know. Something is telling me one more round, Sandy. One more round. Well, there's that Two of Cups. Connected to this Queen. So, yes, for some of you, it could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I kind of want to leave that off the table. Because, first of all, I just kept seeing this. And something was saying, one more round, Sandy. One more round. Hello, soulmates. Eye to eye. And, again, the Queen of Pentacles is definitely someone who can overthink something. But she's also a very spiritual being. And I'm kind of leaving like Earth, like it has to be an Earth sign out of it. I'm really feeling that it's more about being able to pick up on this energy before it even arrives. I just find it interesting that, I just kept hearing one more round, one more round. And it was a soulmate card that I kept seeing before we even begun. And how interesting, it's one of the last cards that comes out. But here it is. It's on the table. I feel like we got a little bit of both here. We got some soulmate energy, and I feel like we potentially also have twin flame energy. Um, and I'm going to kind of leave it there because I feel like, if you're in a twin flame relationship, you know that. Or maybe you don't. Maybe, maybe you're going to understand or feel the difference between what felt like a past love and what wants to enter in your life now. I mean, look how far it goes. It starts literally at the Fool's energy, the very beginning. But because the Knight of Wands comes in, which again is fast moving energy, passionate energy, and we have accelerated motion opening up this line next to the Fool. Like how quickly this moves. Well, we have the Four of Wands. So I feel like very quickly you're making this ultimate commitment to each other. And I feel like the commitment is made before the words are even said. That's how strong I feel these two will feel about each other. I just know that you're heaven sent. And they know that you're heaven sent. And you literally are. This literally is heaven sent. Wow. All right, let's bring in Mother Mary. Let's see what Mother Mary has to say over Pisces. I feel like what a reading. But listen, I always love doing your readings because they're always so interesting. And that's why I do tarot. It just, like sometimes I think I should just do it without the cards, and just give you like spiritual messages. But I feel like the cards are, they allow you to really see, like the lovers, right? And again, this person is like the divine masculine still in spirit form. And what I mean by that is just means we haven't connected yet, but man, we can feel it. But then you do because over the full. Okay. Anyways, Mother Mary, what do we need to know? Faith. Granddaughter's name. Faith. I have faith in God to heal this situation. I have faith in God to heal this situation. Integrity. It's interesting because that's what I felt with this king up here was integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. And I feel like that's one of the lessons you've learned. Because I feel like back here, it's almost like I was living someone else's life. And now I just feel like you had enough. I just need to get past the fear factor. And then I feel like everything starts to open up. Man, when I said that I feel like you're going to be in full blown love in July, this is definitely backing that up. And let's just take one more. I feel like I need to take one more. Or ever what wants to come out, but it's one. Present moment. Present moment. That is the same as the Three of Wands. It's the same advice as the Three of Wands. And the Fool. I am fully present in the here and now. If we simply look back and see that the Two of Swords over that death card, right? The closing of the doors, there's a blindfold, right? So I'm not present. I'm not present in the here and now. But down here, you are. You are present in the here and now. You are putting those wishes out there. And then you're just going to enjoy each and every moment. Doesn't mean everything is going right in my life. It just means it's the direction I want to go. I am fully present in the here and now. I trust my ability to know what is true for me, and I have faith in God to heal this situation. I feel like the situation is your thoughts. Understanding that you deserve the best of the best. You do need to know, like in the Four of Wands, to me, again, the most beautiful love card. Like, understand it doesn't mean like you're promised a rose garden. There are going to be ebbs and flows, but this is so different compared to this. This up here, I feel like I had to go their direction. I had to flow their way. Here, I feel like it's the appreciation of who you are. There's nothing I feel like you need to, like, I feel like the person would be like, there's nothing you need to change. I love everything about you. And I feel it's the other way. I feel like it's both ways. It's like ready or not. Here it comes. You can hide. But why would you? Why would you want to hide? The only reason you'd want to hide is if you don't have faith that God can heal this situation. If you don't trust your ability to know what is true for you, and if you don't live in the here and now, if I'm always living in the past, listen, when I say that, I'm not going to leave off the table that some of you people already know who this might be, at least energetically. Like, I feel like it's soul recognition very quickly. Doesn't mean, again, that I move directly into it, but I don't know how you don't. And I feel like there's a difference with the fear of what was. And if there's any fear remaining here, I feel like it's just this fear is more like butterflies. Like, oh my God. And I know this energy also. I've been on both sides of the coin. Have faith, integrity, and live in the present moment and watch what finds you. and what you find. Watch what develops on your path. Let's put it that way. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I thank you. I love you. Um, I thank everyone who came to the lives. When was it? I don't even know what day it is. What day did I do it on? Friday. Friday. Today's Sunday. Oh my gosh, I usually don't work on Sundays, but I took yesterday off. Um, but anyways, thank you, because I had a great time. I think I was on there for like 7 hours, if not longer, straight, just answering questions. So I try to do that once a week. If it's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe, but also make sure you hit that bell to get 100% of the notifications, because I do send a notification out before I go live. I try to give as much time as possible, so that you can, so it just doesn't like come right up on you. But again, a lot of times if you don't have that bell rung 100%, a lot of people miss the notifications, and then I get a lot of messages afterwards like, dang it, why do I keep missing? And I keep telling them, you need to have that bell rung. So I thank you for those who share my videos. It means the world to me. It's like donations are so appreciated, and needed. And I feel like every reader, because it's a lot of work for very little money. Um, that's not why I do it. But what I'm trying to say though is, if like it's like Sandy, but I want to help in some way. Sharing the videos definitely help. Leaving your comments, because I feel like your comments help other people. And I love the comment section. Like, I love hearing your stories. And I know how you relate. Like, when I see someone's comment, I know exactly where it relates to them in the reading. So, thank you for that. Just thank you for allowing me to be me. And, um, and thank you for your patience also, because again, I know they're not short readings, but they are what they are. And I feel like I give them the time they need. All right, guys, I love you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.